Hey guys, today I've got a question from Aaron, and Aaron has written in saying, I wanted to know when doing keyword research, how many searches per month should a keyword have for it to be viable? Let's say I pick 2 to 3 keywords I'm going to target on a niche site. How much traffic and competing pages should I be concerned with? Thanks. Well, first of all, personally, while other internet marketers will teach you to look at the number of competing pages, and that's fine as a rule of thumb, it's not bad for newbies to look at. It's not really something that I look at personally at all because, for instance, you could have 200 million competing sites, but if none of them are competing all that strongly, then that could be not as big a problem as trying to compete with 1 million sites where you've got a higher percentage of them that are competitive. I prefer to load up Traffic Travis, which you can get for free at traffictravis.com, and I run the SEO analysis tool there, and I look to see it'll show up the pages that come up in the top 2 pages of Google, the websites that come up in the top 2 pages of Google for those specific search terms, and it'll show you how long they've been around for, how many incoming links they have to each of those pages. It'll show you whether or not they've got very good on-page optimization. Is the phrase used in their title tags, their description, and their headline, and things like that. And basically, I like to look at that tool without going into too much depth here. I like to look at that tool first to see just how competitive it is, because that is true competitiveness as opposed to just simply the number of competing pages that Google's thrown up. But when you're asking me how many searches per month a keyword should have for it to be viable, well, usually I don't just have 2 to 3 keywords that I'm targeting. You've mentioned 2 to 3 keywords. Usually I've got 20 and sometimes even 30 or 40 articles on my website that are all keyword optimized, and I'm bringing in links to all of those pages. And usually if I've got 20 articles, then I aim to have roughly on average, and it can be just below this is fine, but roughly something like 1,500 searches per month to each keyword. And it can vary a bit depending on the niche, but for a lot of info product niches like the ones you see on ClickBank, then 1,500 searches per month using a tool like the Google Keyword Tool is a rough rule of thumb if I'm going after 20 keyword phrases. I'm not expecting to rank for all of them when I use those numbers. I'm expecting that I'll rank for maybe 6 or 7 of those. So just bear that in mind. If you're going after 2 or 3 and you're expecting to rank for those, let's say 3, then you could basically divide what I've said. Basically, what I've said is basically 30,000 a month total. If you're taking 1,500 times that by 20 articles, that's 30,000 a month. But I'm only expecting to rank on maybe 6 of them. So, and you're expecting to rank on 3. So basically, you take that back to half. You want a total. If you're only going to go after 3, you probably want to have a total of 10,000 searches a month across all 3 keywords. On the converse side, if you want to have, if you find if you've got 20 articles and it's still not totaling that average, which comes out to 30,000 per month, then you simply add more articles. So you go for 30 or 40 articles. So you may have some phrases that only have 500 searches a month, and that's fine too, as long as it all adds up in the same way. Oh well, I hope that you've enjoyed this video, and we'll see you next time, guys.